being called the worst terror attack to strike New York since 9/11. A lone wolf attacker rammed his truck down a crowded bike path, killing 8 people and injuring several others. Here's more on that.
We saw the car and it was like surrounded by rubble, and we saw we saw the guy. He looked like he was wearing like dark colors, and I think he had a beard, but he was holding 2 guns, so it was a little scary.
I don't know, we've been through 9/11, so I mean, but now this truck thing and the cars, using cars against people. I mean, I walk up that road every day, to go to wherever, and I mean, you just have to be very, very careful and vigilant all the time.
We hope and pray for the victims and their families, and for all those who witnessed it, and make sure the children are taken care of course. But remember that New York is a great place to live, and it's a safe place, and it shouldn't really, God willing, it shouldn't cause fear or panic. Kids should be able to go about their lives, enjoying their childhood. So, as a teacher of young children, that's on my mind today.
Halloween turned out to be truly horrific for New Yorkers on Tuesday. In what is being described as the worst terror attack in the city since 9/11, a man drove a truck into a crowd, mowing down 8 people and injuring several others. In a matter of minutes, a popular bike path in Lower Manhattan turned into a scene from a horror movie. Crumpled bicycles lying on the street were a tragic reminder of the extent of the damage.
We saw the car and it was like surrounded by rubble, and we saw the guy. He looked like he was wearing like dark colors, and I think he had a beard, but he was holding 2 guns, so it was a little scary.
I don't know, we've been through 9/11, so I mean, but now this truck thing and the cars, using cars against people. I mean, I walk up that road every day, to go to wherever, and I mean, you just have to be very, very careful and vigilant all the time.
Hey, can I get the kids out?
The carnage ended when the driver smashed his truck into a school bus.
Oh my God. Horror. Holy shit.
Jumped out and ran up and down the highway, waving a pellet and paintball gun and shouting Allahu Akbar. Minutes later, he was shot in the stomach by a police officer. The attacker has been identified as 29-year-old Saifullo Saipov. He came to the United States in 2010 from Uzbekistan and has been living in New Jersey, but had an address in Florida.
I'm in complete shock, just total shock. I walk my dog. I've been here for 4 years, and I just would say hi, and he said hi a couple times. What a tragedy this was, a horrible day on such a fun day of joy for millions of kids, made even worse because it literally hit.
6 months ago, Saipov began driving for Uber in New Jersey. According to Uber, he passed a background check and did not have any rider complaints about his safety as a driver. He has now been banned from the Uber app. Saipov rented the killer truck just an hour before the attack and drove it down from New Jersey. Handwritten notes in Arabic discovered near the vehicle indicated allegiance to the Islamic State. But in the absence of any direct link, investigators are treating it as a case of an inspired attacker. 5 of Saipov's victims were Argentine tourists who had traveled to New York for a 30-year high school reunion. A 6th deceased was a Belgian national. In the wake of the attack, US President Donald Trump vowed to step up extreme vetting of people entering the country.
It's a very painful day in our city. Horrible tragedy on the West Side. Let me be clear that based on the information we have at this moment, this was an act of terror, and a particularly cowardly act of terror aimed at innocent civilians, aimed at people going about their lives who had no idea of what was about to hit them. We, at this moment, based on the information we have, we know of 8 innocent people who have lost their lives.
New Yorkers made it clear that they refused to be intimidated. Thousands lined up the streets for a Halloween parade. With a spirit of camaraderie and strength, New Yorkers came out in droves, determined to overcome the tragic event. Bureau Report, WION.